guys, how's it going? I'm finally back. It's been a few months, but I'm happy to be back. I want to let you know what's been happening with me in a separate video, and my place is a bit messy, or if you hear an echo, it is because I'm moving, but I'll go into more details with that. And since I'm back, I'm going to start off doing one of my favorite series, and that is it a no or a go? And it's going to be on a new drugstore foundation that I just found. It's like an oldie, but they revised it, and let me show you what I'm talking about. And it is the new Revlon Colorstay 2-in-1 foundation. Okay, so you'll see in the demo, I open it up and everything, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But basically, it comes with a concealer and then a foundation, and it comes with a little sponge and a mirror. I got mine in the color 180 Sand Beige. I got this at Walmart here in Canada for about $17–18. I know it's very, very, very pricey for like a foundation from the drugstore, but I wanted to give it a try, and I wanted to try it out with you, first impressions, so you can see if it's worth it to splurge on it or if it's just better off to hold off, save some more money, and get like a high-end foundation. Anyways, as I always do, I like to read the claims on the foundation, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so it says that it's supposed to have a smooth and flawless finish, blendable formula, buildable coverage, demi-matte finish, sweat resistant, and it's supposed to last all day. So the best way to see if all these claims are true is to try it out. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so it's demo time, and this is the second time I'm doing this, just because when I was filming it, I didn't know that my camera like stopped filming because my card was full. I only found out when I started editing. So just for you, I'm going to redo it, and I'm going to show you how I did it with each tool, just so you can see how it looks. So I started off with the sponge it came with, and first let me show you the packaging. So it looks like this, and then you open it up and you see the concealer, you lift it up, there's the foundation, and then you open it and there's a mirror, and this is where the sponge is. So it's like a nice little compact. Anyways, I started off by using my sponge, so let's go ahead and do that, or the sponge that it came with. So I'll just show you. As you can see, I switched over to the Beauty Blender because it moves the product around instead and doesn't give any coverage. So it just moves it around, and it's not really very handy to work with. So what I did next is I took my Beauty Blender, my dirty Beauty Blender, and I used that second. I'll do it on this side. So that's how the Beauty Blender looks. But what I loved the best, or what I thought worked best with it, was a brush. I used my Sigma F80 flat kabuki brush, and I felt like this gave more coverage, and it's a lot easier to use with the product. So I'll show you that for the rest of my face. Okay, so this is how it looks with one layer. I'm gonna do a second layer just on my freckles, just so you can see if it's buildable. And as you can tell, this color is a lot lighter than my skin tone. I did not pick the right color. I have some pigmentation on my chin area too, around my nose area, and clearly my forehead, there's a lot already, so that should be good. Okay, so now let's move on to the concealer. For the concealer, last time, or the first time I filmed this, I used my Beauty Blender, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so this is how the foundation looks on, along with the concealer as well. Both of the products that are in this compact. So what I'm going to do now is put the rest of my makeup on, and the next clip will be actually from the original clip. So throughout the day you'll see how it actually wore on me on the actual day I did the original demo. But yeah, I'll be back with the rest of my makeup on. Okay, so I'm back with the rest of my makeup on. It is now 11:57, almost 12 in the afternoon. I started pretty late today, but that's okay because I do have a lot of running around to do. I have to drive my brother, and I also have to go do some grocery shopping and hopefully get a type of exercise in, or get some exercise in just to test if this is actually sweat proof, or at least sweat somehow by running around. Anyways, I'm rambling. I'm just excited to be back. But yeah, so right now it's 11:57 at this moment. Looking in the mirror, I don't think it's smooth right now. I still feel like it hasn't oxidized. I've let it set. It is not sticky though, it does set right away. But yeah, those are my thoughts as of right now. I'm gonna go ahead and get going, and I'll be back to check in. Okay, so I'm back. It is now 3:28 in the afternoon. I've done some running around, so I was out and about and I got to see how it looks in daylight. It looks similar to Colorstay, but not as full coverage, if that makes sense. Also, I do notice I'm getting a bit shiny right here and right here. I'm not sure if the camera is picking it up. It's shiny, but it's starting to become like oily looking more than... I'm starting to look a little bit like a disco ball, but I do get oily around this area anyway, and I do touch up, so it's not too bad right now. But another thing I do notice is my contour and blush. It's kind of disappearing a little bit, but we still have a few hours to go because this is supposed to last all day. So let's go ahead and test it out a bit more, and I'll be back in a few more hours. It's now 6:44 in the evening, second time I've checked in. I was just about to go downstairs and go have a run and test this out for a bit longer, but I was just cooking, so I was sweating a little bit. Looking down here, I haven't touched up or anything. I'm still pretty oily around the same places I showed you earlier, but it's not super crazy, so I thought I'd just give you my final thoughts because I know exactly how I feel about this foundation now before I go off and run, so I could just take it off and run with a bare face. Anyways, what I like to do before I go on to the is it a no or a go, I like to look at each claim and answer if I think it's true or not. So let's start off by doing that first. Is it smooth? Looking down here at the mirror right now, it is not smooth. I can see my freckles, and right off the bat I knew that it didn't look smooth. I was hoping it would eventually. When I was first putting it on, I still noticed like my pores and my freckles. Is it flawless? For me, honestly, it did not look flawless, especially since I've been liking my skin quite a bit lately with new skincare I've been using, so unfortunately it was not flawless. Is it buildable? I think it is buildable. I'd say you get like a medium coverage at first, and then if you build it up you can get a full coverage, except you cannot get a full coverage as the original Colorstay, if that makes sense. Does it have a demi matte finish? At first it looked like it was pretty matte, even before I put powder on. Even though my skin isn't dry right now, it's still combination and normal, but it looked pretty matte, but eventually throughout the day it did start to look demi matte. Does it last all day? This is what I always hope for in a foundation, that I hope is actually true, because it's very rare for a foundation to last all day, except for like Estee Lauder Double Wear, which is my holy grail. But anyways, unfortunately, I will be honest with you, this one did not last all day, at least for me, because it's only been, I believe, 6 or 7 hours since I've worn it, so it has not. So as usual, the last question is this Revlon Colorstay 2-in-1 foundation, is it a no or a go? For me, I'd have to say that it is a definite no, unfortunately. At the beginning, applying it, I already knew I wasn't too fond of it, but I wanted to give it a try, see if throughout the day it would oxidize or if it'll look better on the face. Unfortunately, I did not like it, and again, my skin is combination and normal. Some of the reasons why I didn't like this foundation, unfortunately, is because the claims did not come true for me, especially when it said it would be flawless. Instead of making my face look flawless, it accentuated my pores. It felt like it just sat in my face. It did not give me a demi-matte finish. It gave me a matte finish right off the bat, but not like a good matte, more of like dry skin matte, and it looked a bit heavy for me. It looks convenient, but then I feel like it would get really, really dirty everywhere, and it's not the most hygienic because you keep dipping your brush in and also like say your sponge. Also, when I was putting on my blush and bronzer for the first time, it really took a long time for me to put it on and blend it out. It just seemed to sit on it, and the fact that eventually my blush and bronzer pretty much disappeared. But I do think if you have dry skin, I don't know if I would recommend this. I feel like I usually recommend a lot of foundations for dry skin, but this one I'm not sure. I feel like it would just cling on and sit on your dry patches. So I don't think I would recommend this for dry skin. For oily skin, I think you might want to give this a try as long as you don't mind like touching up around your T-zone. But I feel like any other place on the face, if you are oily, this might work. Anyways, let's quickly talk about the concealer as well. I feel like it did not do a very good job concealing my under eye, especially since that's like the area I've been having the most problems with. I haven't been getting as much sleep, so it's pretty dark down there, as you could tell when I first started applying the concealer. Also, it looks a bit dry and it creases, at least for me. So that's been my experience. I'm definitely a no for this, unfortunately. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you again for watching. I know I've been gone for so long, but I'm back. I do really want to make a video talking about where I've been. Let me know if you want me to make a video like that, just because I do feel like I owe it to you, because I've been gone for so long, and I just like for you guys to keep up with me and know what's been happening. And I do plan this year to, not a resolution or anything like that, but just truly coming from my heart, I want to make this year all about YouTube, because I enjoy it and I just love making videos for you guys. So like, comment down below if I'm not. You won't have to this time, I promise, but I definitely want to invest more time in you guys. So keep a lookout for my upcoming videos, and I'll see you again soon. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.